a couple of points there. Here's our protection. When you hear me say we're full sliding, that means all 5 offensive linemen are sliding to one gap. Very similar to inside zone rules. We have look, lean, climb for inside zone, where we're moving vertical and trying to move the line of scrimmage. Here, where we're moving back, it's look, plant, kill. We're going to take 2 sets into our gap. We're looking for anything that comes through. If nothing does, like this right guard here, he is going to plant. All right, he's going to plant right where he's at, look for a looper, a blitzer, something that's coming into his gap. If nothing comes by that point, he is looking to take his kill shot on the nearest defender. All right, and that's as simple as it needs to be for pass pro. Look, plant, kill. Nothing comes to your spot or your landmark, go and get out of the way. Even if you ran to the sidelines, you're more effective not blocking somebody than standing in our quarterback's way while he's trying to throw or take off. So this is our full slide, and now here's our man slide, where we are locked up and have a slide side on the other side. And the difference here is our right guard and right tackle are locked on the defender across from them. So look, plant, kill, look, okay, I've already got my guy right here. I've got my guy right here. So your job's over. Wherever they go, you go. And our running back will make the adjustment. He is going to be looking for the first person on the center over, and that will be his read. So it's, this Mike linebacker to him. If this guy doesn't come, or there's an immediate threat that walks up here, he will check from 1 to 2 right now. This is probably our most used, and it's the second install, because if you install inside zone first and then you install your full slide, this one should be pretty easy for your guys to understand and conceptualize, because it's, half the guys are doing the same thing as you would. You're just resetting the line of scrimmage behind you versus in front of you. So now getting into some shot plays here, okay? So a lot of this will be scheme related, and I'll go through why these, how we came to these plays, and I think why they executed well. Now here, we have unbalanced. So this guy and this guy are on the line of scrimmage. I know you can't see the line of scrimmage, but they're on it. And this guy is off, all right? The boundary wide receiver is off the line of scrimmage. We're going to send the boundary wide receiver in motion. Okay, so you can see the field safety, number 7, comes flying down there, and everyone starts over pursuing, because it does seem like here comes sweep. Okay, you can also see the boundary corner as motion comes across. So in terms of a defense, I'm sure we came out there and empty, and you have your empty check. And then when you realize it's unbalanced, you're now, relatively confused, or, just in general losing eyes, because, that's a lot of information to go empty and unbalanced, and now here comes a throw. So it becomes very difficult to find who needs to be covered. And that goes to our boy, number 1, Marcus Taylor, who is an absolute stud, and nobody around for him to score a touchdown. Now, if we back this up, okay, one of the luxuries we had was we played these guys earlier on in the season, and I think we ran an unbalanced sweep in that game. And while we're breaking down the tape and watching it as a staff and just having those conversations, we're like, man, wouldn't this be great if we brought this guy in motion and just sent him on a vertical straight up? Well, we don't have this play in our playbook. This is just, it's basically, it's 3 verticals, and we're throwing the inside one. It's a one-man read the whole way. And our quarterback, is able to get time, sit back, and make an easy throw. We came to this conclusion based on, them being maybe them being worried about counter coming back to the boundary, or some sort of quarterback run, because our quarterback is not a slinger here, and with the conditions, I wouldn't be betting that he was going to make this throw. But again, it's the first to strike, and it's also executing when you have that anticipation. Protection wise, He is sliding it to his blind side here into the boundary, especially with number 3 walked up on the line of scrimmage. If you look at our right guard, he is setting to the B gap. As soon as he recognizes that defensive end is going wide and the buck is not coming to him, he turns and goes for his kill shot on number 99 there. Gets a decent one and creates movement. With the other 2 that are locked up to the field side of this play, you can see that their sets have to change because of where the defensive end is aligned and where that D tackle is aligned. D tackle is is basically a shade on the center, so that's a little bit more distance for that left guard to go. And our tackle is facing a really tight 5 technique. They both do a great job of getting inside leverage, anchoring the feet down, and heels in the dirt. You know, we talked about the foot triangle earlier. There's nobody else in America that was happier to see these conditions than me after preaching foot triangle to these guys forever and ever and ever and ever. And that, you know, and then eventually it pays off. So here, this is more of a drop back here, okay, in terms of shot play. So this is the first time we played Grand Valley. All right. Well, I mainly just put this one on here to give you an excuse to watch our quarterback. I'll just let this one play from the end zone copy. As you can see, we coach our quarterback to be able to roll out opposite direction, reset his feet, and make throws all the time. That's our #1 priority at Ferris State. Sometimes it's just fun to have good playmakers and guys that you love make great plays, and this is one of the best ones I've ever seen. Now, why this is a shot play for us? Okay, 2nd and 9, start of the 3rd quarter for us, and we need to, you know, we want to have an explosive play. This is a concept that we really have in our playbook. You know, where we're running, if you look at the 3 receivers down the boundary, number 3 is running a wheel route, number 2 is running a curl, and number 1 is running a climb, you know, inside. So to draw those defenders, we were hoping to hit 3 on the wheel, but because of the protection being blown and the, you know, it getting shot up, sometimes, you know, a scramble drill and you know, dudes on the move. I mean, that's just exactly what we want to see and extend play. So here it's a shot play that goes awry. You know, basically we thought that we could get this for free based on, you know, how much zone we were doing and setting up with that play action. All right. And then having a drop back pass, that's a part of what we do. And what it got turned out to be is just kind of a backyard play that our guys executed. So that one was kind of a different shot play because it was based off a tendency of a base formation with no motion for us. If we were doing that and we mesh like that, it's probably going to be zone read, as you saw how many times we're quarterback run. And so the wheel route should have been open, but you know, it's a good player making a good play. So setting up and creating these kind of things. So here's a concept that we have that we run double post. I think a lot of teams run double post, and we run it too. And we do run it out of this condensed formation, but we really hadn't done it a whole lot this year. So this is the first play of the game. We're going to take a shot. First play of the game. We're in, you know, we're on our side of the 50. We're driving in right now. And bringing, you know, so a condensed formation, and now we're bringing motion. So on the motion here, why this is a really cool shot play is we do a lot of power read. So now we have 2 guys in the backfield that are going flat towards the sideline, our running back and our slot receiver. Okay. So right now you should, you know, these guys are probably thinking, here comes, and I know we're almost in the dead middle of the field, but I want to say that we're closer to the left hash. So FIB, and now we're bringing 2 dudes in motion across, you know, where you would be thinking, here comes power read, and being able to set up and make a good throw, a good catch, and a touchdown. From the tight copy here, all right, protection-wise, let me get the other one. Protection-wise, and this is the first play of the game, they're in an unusual front. They're in a TNT look with 2 overhangs. So we're sliding the protection to the right, which we believe is the primary overhang. And you can see our left tackle has to get number 50 and stay on him. We're thinking number 52 will be taken care of by that backfield motion. If you watch him, we are blocking him in the protection based on what we're doing here and selling that to him with the play action. And even though he's unblocked, this is, almost a one-man read in a shot play. So our quarterback knows pre-snap, he's got 1 to 2, and then, bite it and throw or take off and go if he's got it. He does take a hit on this, but it's just enough, shot play wise. And that's what we're talking about being fearless and not being afraid to say, well, we can take care of this guy based on, them being over aggressive or them wanting to stop whatever we think it is. Here's another great one. All right. This is maybe the easiest one that we do. Okay. This play right now, when we bring this guy in motion coming across here, everybody's thinking, here comes zone read to the field. This, I think, would be Ferris State bread and butter if you were breaking down our motions over the last 10 years. All right. Slot is coming to the running back side. Quarterback is meshing down with the running back. If you look at the Mike linebacker, if you look at the overhangs, all 7 dudes that are tied into the box bite down on this play action. Based on our slot coming in the backfield, probably guys worried about him trapping people, that we set up great over the course of the year. A bow and a drop down, step back, and then throwing this route, which is just a fade. And you can see our quarterback's arm is not excellent. Like, he's underthrowing this. Our receiver's got this guy beat based on our shot play. He has to go and turn back and make a play on the ball. It's not easy for the defensive back to lose immediately and then have to recover and try to play this in the air. This is, it's just a fade to the boundary wide receiver. If that thing is covered and ruined, we have it built in with a curl to the field and a drag route back to the boundary, as well as our slot that's coming in motion here who's checking down. And, all of those are biting and holding defenders for this guy to go make a bomb. And also with shot plays, you can obsess over the coverage and all this stuff that you're getting, but what you're really trying to do is you're trying to act, you're really trying to bluff and sell guys to be tied into schemes that you run and you set up previously. And so we tied everybody into that because of the run, our running back square, working downhill and really working our run game into this.